Hello guys, welcome back. Today, let's learn about food and where does it come from. Before we dive into that, let's learn about science and what is it. Science is the systematic study of structure and behavior of physical and natural world through observations and experiments. Biology is the study of living organisms. Physics is the study of nature and properties of matter and energy. Chemistry is the study of matter and why substances combine or separate from other substances. Biology. As we discussed earlier, it is the study of living organisms divided into many specialized fields like morphology, psychology, anatomy, behavior, origin, and distribution. Food. Where does it come from? All organisms need food to sustain life. Energy comes from food. Organisms require food for the following purposes: to provide energy for various day-to-day activities, for growth and development of the body, to protect the body from various diseases and keep us healthy, for repair and replacement of worn out cells of the body. We need different meals at different times of the day. A meal is defined as food taken in by the body at the particular time of the day. The process of which our body takes in food and uses for growth and replacement is known as nutrition. Varieties of food. There is a lot of variety of food. We eat different food at different times of the day. India is a vast country with different types of soil, climate and culture. Type of soil, climate determine crops, vegetables and fruits that best grow at a particular place. Coastal areas depend on lot of seafood. Different cultures define how they cook and eat. So various states in India eat various kinds of foods. Ingredients of foods. Materials which are used to make food are called ingredients of food. Some food consists of two ingredients, another consists of two or more. Spices are also ingredients of food. They add special flavor to this food to make it tasty. Spices have medical value like salt, and other spices may have traditional value like turmeric. Sources of food. Most of the sources of food we use come from plants and animals. Plants produce food ingredients like cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, sugar, oil, spices, etc. Animals provide us with milk and milk products like cheese, curd, butter, cream, ghee, etc. They also provide us with meat and chicken. Plants as a source of food. Green plants can produce and prepare their own food, hence, they are known as producers. The extra food prepared by plants is stored in different parts of the plant, such as roots, stems, leaves, seeds, and fruits. The part which can be eaten by humans are edible parts like tomato of a plant, and the parts which can't be eaten by humans are non-edible parts like roots of a tomato plant. Food obtained from different plants: cereals, wheat, rice, maize, etc. Legumes like peas, beans, soya beans, grams, pigeon peas, etc. Vegetables like carrots, radish, potatoes, onions, spinach, cabbage, broccoli, tomato, capsicum, lettuce, etc. Fruits like banana, apple, mango, grapes, orange, pineapple, strawberry, blueberry, blackberry, etc. Sugar from only sugarcane. Oil like mustard oil, groundnut oil, coconut oil, soybean, cottonseed, sunflower, etc. Spices like turmeric, chili, ginger, some for fennel, cardamom, etc. Beverages like tea and coffee. More nutritious food. to make food even more nutritious. Some whole grains like green gram and Bengal gram can be made to sprout. Sprouts are seeds rich in proteins and vitamin D complex. They can be either washed and eaten or washed and eaten after boiling. They can be mixed with salads too. Various parts of plants used as food and some edible parts. In some plants, roots store food. These roots become swollen due to food in them. Some edible roots are carrots, radish, potato, sweet potato, turnip, and beetroot. Here are images of carrot and radish stems. Many plants store food in the stems. They have swollen stems to prevent evaporation and food loss. Some edible stems are ginger, turmeric, and sugarcane. Here are images of turmeric and sugarcane. Leaves. Many plants store food in their leaves. We eat the leaves of many leafy vegetables. Some edible leaves are spinach, mustard, cabbage, lettuce, etc. Here are images of cabbage and spinach. Fruits. Plants give us a variety of delicious and nutritious fruits. They have different nutritional value and are healthy for us. Some edible fruits are apple, mango, banana, orange, grapes, papaya, guava, etc. Here are images of banana and mango. Flowers. Flowers of plants help them to reproduce and spread seeds. Some flowers are also edible and serve as a good source of food. Some edible flowers are cauliflower and broccoli. Here are images of them. Seeds. Seeds are some Seeds of some plants are a good source of food for human beings. A majority of foods consumed by human beings are seeds. Oil seed such as sunflower seeds, and rapeseed are often used to produce oils. Some edible seeds are maize, wheat, rice, beans, peas, lentils, almonds, cashews, etc. Here is an image of almonds, raisins, cashews, etc. And here is an image of wheat. Animals as a source of food. A variety of food products are obtained from animals. Animals are both direct and indirect sources of food. Food obtained from animals include milk and milk products, eggs, meat, oil, and honey. Milk and milk products. Milk. Milk is an important animal product. Main milk producing in India are cows and buffaloes, but milk of goat, sheep, and camel is also used in some parts of our country. Milk producing animals are called milch animals. Many products obtained from milk are called dairy products. Here is an image of milk. Some common dairy products are cottage cheese. Common method to make cheese include adding lemon juice or vinegar to milk. Then the liquid portion of milk is drained off and the solid part forms cheese. This process is called curding. Cream. Cream is made by collecting the top fatty layer of milk. Butter. Butter is made by churning the fresh cream. Ghee. Ghee is made by gentle heating of butter and removing the solid matter. Curd. Common way of making curd is adding curd to warm milk. The microorganisms, that is bacteria, present in the curd turns the milk to curd. Here is an example of cheese. Here is an example of cream. Here is an example of butter. Here is an example of ghee. Here is an example of curd. Eggs and meat. Eggs. Eggs of certain birds like hen, goose, duck, etc. are often eaten as food. The term poultry is used for birds which are domesticated for eggs and meat. Here is an image of eggs. Meat. The flesh of some animals is eaten as food. These include animals like chicken, goat, pig, and fish. In many parts of the world, prawns, snails, crabs, shrimps, etc. are also eaten. They are known as seafood. Here is an example of seafood, that is fish. Here is the image of chicken, the image of meat, and the image of prawns. Oil and honey. Oil. Some fishes like salmon, tuna, and sardine provide us with oil in addition to meat. Cod liver oil is very popular fish oil. Regular use of fish oil reduces heart diseases, asthma, obesity, etc. It also helps us to boost our memory and concentration. But too much consumption of fish oil may lead to severe problems. Here is an image of fish oil. Honey. Honey is edible sweet liquid made by honeybees using nectar from flowers. Honeybees store their honey in their beehives. The beehives which contain honey are known as honeycombs. People collect honey from these honeycombs. These honeycombs are mostly found near trees and near big forests. Here is an image of honey. Grouping of living organisms on the basis of their food habits. Food is a basic necessity for all organisms, but each living organism has a different way of obtaining food. They have different habits. On the basis of food habits, we can categorize living organisms into autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs. The organisms which can prepare food on themselves are called autotrophs. All green plants can prepare their own food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. This process is known as photosynthesis. They are also known as producers as they produce food for themselves as well as for other organisms. So all green plants are autotrophs. Heterotrophs. Living organisms which cannot prepare food on their own depend on autotrophs directly or indirectly for the fulfillment of their food are known as heterotrophs. They are also known as consumers. They can be divided into herbivorous, omnivorous, and carnivorous. Herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous animals. Herbivorous animals that only eat plants are called herbivorous animals. A cow is a good example for that. Carnivorous animals that eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivorous. A lion is a good example of that. Omnivorous animals that eat other animals as well as plants are known as omnivorous. Bear is a good example for that. Scavengers and decomposers. Instead of hunting live animals, some birds and animals eat the flesh of dead animals that are killed by other animals. They are called scavengers. Vulture is a good example for that. Some organisms feed on dead plant and animal remains by decomposing, that is breaking down them. They are called decomposers. Fungi is a good example for that. Food chain. A food chain shows the type of food eaten by an organism and the interrelationship between different plants and animals for food in a certain habit. It is a sequence that shows who eats whom. A food chain shows how each living organism gets its food and how nutrients and energy are passed on from one organism to another. The components of food chain are producers, consumers, and decomposers. Our food chain always starts with the producer as all living organisms depend on plants. They are producers directly or indirectly for food. The successive steps of food chain are occupied by consumers. Decomposers operate at all levels of the food chain. Herbivorous animals always from the second link of food chain. Next higher links are occupied by carnivorous and omnivorous animals. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Meet you in the next videos. Bye bye guys.